If you haven't already done so, take a moment, pause the video, take a few breaths, gather your supplies, maybe anything you need to feel comfortable, a glass of water, maybe play some music, whatever feels right for you. Today on our Bijou, our YOU Bijou, we're going to use just a Micron 01. We're not going to draw a string or do any shading today. I can give you some suggestions at the end if you want to play with shading. We're going to do a tangle called Indy-Rella, which is very similar to Zinger without a stem. So it's going to start with a dot. You can do these randomly and organically across your tile. For me today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to lay this tangle out. So it starts with a dot, and then you make these C shapes, maybe get them a little bit bigger, and then a little bit smaller, and then you curve the tail around. I'm going to do almost like a circle here, these C shapes, and I'll vary kind of how I draw these just so you can see the various ways and how that works. So leave a little bit of space, make a dot, and then these backwards C shapes, getting a little bit bigger and then getting a little bit smaller, and then creating that tail. So you can see as I put these in almost like a circle, they become either like a sun or even a little bit like a starfish. And I just think that's fun. Well, you can see my pen, I didn't lift it high enough, and that made the dots connected, but I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna do one more. I feel like one more will fit in here nicely. And you can decide how curved you want that tail to be, if you want it to be more straight, or how you want to do it. So each one of these individual ones is Indy-Rella, and you can play with how many more you want to put on your tile. It can be kind of fun to nestle them next to each other. They kind of tuck in really nice. Maybe I'll put another one. Maybe I'll put one in here. The tail's kind of bumping up against each other there. Can't tell where one starts and one ends. I can maybe put maybe I'll put a really big one in here, bigger than the others, and just kind of curve it around. So you can see you can be really playful with these. If you like just the look of it in a circle, you can stop there. You don't have to keep adding them. I'm just kind of showing you how this can ebb and flow. I'm going to tuck one in here rather than making a big one, kind of have it nestled in close. And then maybe I'll leave a space there and do the same thing here. This one can be a good tangle for backgrounds or to fill in spaces. Maybe I'll put another one in here. So that is Indy-Rella. That one's going off the page, but you can see how even when you nestle them in together, they read separate. They look like separate things. As far as shading, I'm not going to shade today. I like the look of this without the shading, but you could, if you go back to the video that we did Zinger in this Bijou series, you could see you could shade it the same. You could shade each of these Indy-Rella the same way as we shaded Zinger. I'm actually going to leave this like this. Maybe I'll put one off this way, so I mean, almost like it's going off in its own direction, just for fun. You don't have to do that, but you can just play with where you want them to be. I'm going to next put my chop, and I think my chop is going to go in this corner by where this guy is swimming away. And then I want to make sure I write down the name of the tangle for you. This is called Indy-Rella. I don't think it necessarily has a capital R like that, but I do it that way because I know it's like a combination of a couple names. So that is Indy-Rella, and this is YOU Bijou. Have a great day. You can sign it. You can date it. What is the date? June 3rd, I think. And have a great day. Bye.